Hello and here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Genesee County, New York, our Rags to Riches series, and we are almost done with the contracts here today in the game. Again, we probably won't quite finish them up here in today's episode, but hopefully between episodes I will. And next episode will be on to the month of November, and hopefully we'll have some work to do here in November because I want to finish this series up here this week. Hopefully we don't just get the month of November one, and then there's like nothing to do. It's like, okay, I've got, let's see, we need to get 3 more episodes on this map, ideally. At least that's my goal here anyway. 3 more episodes just to kind of, finish up this series here, right, for this week. Hopefully that'll happen. We'll see once here. Anyway, contracts we have remaining, everyone. We are still working on Field 18. That is the corn contract for harvesting. And then Field 52 here, that's the field I'm on at the moment. That is the soybean contract here. And I kind of saved this one here so I could do this one here myself. We're running the John Deere X9 1100 along with the John Deere, what is the model number? HDX? I think it's like the HDX 50 or HDXF or something 50. It's 50 foot. And this is the articulated, I was going to say folding. Folding is really not the right word. Articulated contouring is probably the more appropriate one. It hinges in the middle like the real header does, by the way. I don't know that the cutter bar necessarily flexes like the real one does. That I don't think happens yet, but it does at least flex the entire header, so... Oh, I don't know. Is it worth getting GPS line for that setup? Probably not. Once we get back to the other side, maybe I'll set a GPS line for that one. I should probably get the trucks going here as well. Oh, and then, of course, we do have one more contract sitting up there as well. You can probably see the 3 of them at Field 25, though. Was it last episode or episode before? I forget exactly where I won. But Field 25 is the sunflower field. Again, when I harvested and did this field, and I thought we were done, apparently we were not quite done, because if you go check the harvested map here, yeah, so that's what's up with that field. I'm assuming at this point all the sunflowers for the contract have been delivered to the sell point. We just need to go finish the field. So I'm waiting on the combine that's on the cornfield to finish, and then we'll road that combine down there. Yeah, unfortunately we'll finish that field up. I don't know why, but course play. And I think we had this problem last time, if I remember correctly, too, didn't we? I could be wrong, but it seems like last fall we did this field too, and we had some issues with that field there. I think maybe even the same problem where course play, yeah, it like bisects or trisects maybe, because it doesn't like sections here. So it does the headland, then it does like a section here, or I forget. There's like a section here, then a section here, and I don't know. It's, yeah, apparently something got messed up along the way somewhere, and it missed the complete section of the field. So way to go, course play. Good job. So yeah, needless to say, we'll see if we can get that finished up here. I don't know if we'll quite get to that here this episode. Depends how long the corn harvest is going to take here. We're sitting at 74%, so I'm guessing that one it'll probably take the rest of this episode here to finish that contract. I haven't really checked for any new contracts either, because I figured at this point we've done a lot of contracts here this in-game day, so just maybe we can actually finish these all up here for a change. Oh, you know what? I should probably get the trucks going here. Let's go get the trucks going here. I'm at Field 52. I'm not actually even sure exactly. Oh, there we are. We are over here. Okay. Oh, no, not the chainsaw. Put the chainsaw away. We just need to turn the trucks on. There we go. Okay, they should be all set. And then before I hop back in, let's go check the cornfield here, make sure everything's looking good over here. I see, looks like one of the trucks is leaving. The combine's rolling. That's always a good sign. Oh, never mind. The combine has stopped. He was rolling until he filled up there. This is the John Deere S, was it 790? 780. 780. John Deere S780 we have over here. Running the John Deere C16F. A corn head, by the way, Stalkmaster, with the stalk stompers underneath it, which do absolutely nothing, by the way. For what it's worth. Along with, are the chopping knives? Yep, there we go. We got chopping knives under there as well, one. So, yeah, that's a nice header. Again, doesn't necessarily do much in the game as far as other in-game functionality goes. If you remember, everyone, we started out this series running the 24-row header there, and I forget the brand name on that. We were running the 24-row header. The problem with the 24-row header, though, is it also mulched behind it. And, well, yeah, the contracts does not like to see a mulched field, so that ended up being a little bit of a problem there, shall we say. So, yeah, we had to downgrade to the 16-row headers, which, I mean, that's 8 rows less. I mean, think about it. 8 rows. That is considerable. Especially, back in the day, I won, massive 4-row header. And then, oh my goodness, I mean, you stepped it up to the 8 rows, or, you can even go 6 too. You have a 6-row header. But yeah, you stepped it up to the massive 8-row header. Oh my goodness, I mean, that was just huge, right? And then nowadays, I would say the 12 was probably, I'd like to say the most common. I see a lot of farmers running around with 12-row heads. And at least around where I live, you don't typically see much larger than 12-row. 12-row seems to be kind of where it's at. And then, as I've said before, too, when it comes to your combine header and your planter usually match, or some multiple thereof. Although when I say multiple of it, it usually doesn't work both ways. So you might have a 24-row planter with a 12-row corn header. You're probably not going to go the other way. You're not going to most likely have a 12-row planter with a 24-row harvesting header. That's probably not going to happen. Or take it down a little bit smaller. I mean, you're probably not going to be using a 6-row planter if you have a 12-row corn head for the combine. That usually doesn't work that way. Does work the other way, though. I mean, you might have, again, a 12-row planter and use it with a 6-row combine header. That is possible. And one of the reasons for that, by the way, for those who are wondering, is obviously row crops, corn, sunflowers, corn mainly. When it comes to corn, obviously your header needs to line up with the rows, and you want them to line up as best as possible. And even though a lot of farmers use GPS now, and usually it's probably still pretty close. I would have to guess that when your distance between your rows is probably close, but yeah, most farmers still like to match their combine head to the planter size. Or again, some multiple thereof. You want your rows to line up as perfectly as possible. And obviously, if you're using, like, maybe I just pick some numbers. When you're using a 12-row planter, which again is fairly common. A lot of farmers have 12-row planters nowadays. They're using a 12-row planter with an 8-row harvest or a combine header. Well, you're going to harvest 8 rows, and then your next 4 is going to be from one side of the planter. 4 is going to be from the overlap on the next pass. And again, there's a slight chance here that those next 4 rows maybe won't quite line up. Again, even if you're using GPS can be off by a few inches sometimes. I mean, hopefully not, but GPS isn't necessarily perfect. And your GPS is off, or even if you're not using GPS, you're just hand steering. No, yeah, if you're hand steering, I think you can safely say you're probably definitely not going to be mixing and matching your header and your planter sizes. I think you could definitely be even further off potentially. And like I said, you definitely want your rows to line up as perfectly as possible. Probably put the pipe out here so we get our truck headed this way. The problem is it's not a really good spot to unload right here. We get past the trees here. With that being said, we almost made it all the way around the field here before filling up. Soybeans, right? Yeah, I don't think we're going to quite make it all the way around here because the trucks, I can see the green truck parked over there. I don't see other trucks. Hopefully they're still over there yet. They're just outside of the draw distance, potentially. Oh, and we look at that in 10 minutes just to make it around the outside edge of the field. And again, we're not even all the way around yet. We still need to make it. I can see the harvested section over there. So we got a little ways to go here yet before we actually make it all the way to the other end. Okay, and we are full. Where's our trucks at? Oh, I see one coming. A reminder here, everyone, while we're waiting for the truck to unload us, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, truck yourself right on over there and click that subscribe button. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, if you like the video, don't forget to give that a thumbs up as well. Also very much appreciated. And then, of course, don't forget to check the description of the video, everyone, too, if you want to see more information. Rest of my social media channels. Maybe you want to look at buying the game. If you buy it through the links down below, just, I don't know if it really does a whole lot for me. You just, okay, you got it from the RDAllen channel. There's a tree there, bud. Nope. Okay. I probably would have turned the other way, but whatever. Oh my goodness, he's gonna get stuck, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, he hasn't got stuck. Okay, no, yeah. What? Okay. He was just taking his time, I guess. Wow. Oh, come on there, but you were doing so good until what? Like, he navigated his way all the way around through that, and then ran into, like, the last possible tree. Like, oh my, really? Must have learned that trick from course play. Although, at least in previous versions of it, I don't think course play would have even made it through the first set of trees. Hey, there we go. I like when a plan comes together and works. Gotta say, I always liked harvesting here myself. Always one of my favorite activities in the game. And, of course, using something like auto drive just makes that job a lot easier. I can just sit in the combine, sit back, and, oh, yeah, nothing like a good harvest there, if you ask me, Evan. Which is why I kind of like wrapping up my series on maps that way. Just wrap it up on a harvest. Seems like a good spot to wrap it up. Although, with that being said, Evan, I'm not sure what's going to be available for us as far as contracts go here in the month of November. You never know. Maybe we won't be doing any harvesting. Maybe we'll be doing some other stuff. There's still, yeah, not much in the way of contracts here. Nope, I think we've pretty much completed them. The only one I might be interested in, field 34 with Cotton, Evan, but I think we're going to call it good. Autosave. Yep. And we're not sitting on a whole lot of money here at the moment. A nice tidy $250,000. Nothing wrong with that, that's for sure. But that money can disappear real quick if we got to buy like fertilizer or lime or seed or anything like that. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this field actually looks like it's almost straight. Is that possible, Evan? Is it possible that this field is actually straight? Wow, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it is. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Yeah, we want GPS, not vehicle control add-on. 0 degrees. Yeah, we're going to go 0. Not something I thought I'd be using on this map very often, but maybe get just whoop, no, wrong way. A little extra overlap here. Just make sure, or hopefully try not to miss anything anyway. And then we'll head over to the comments here and see what you folks had to say here last episodes. Speaking of which, I know somebody left a comment here a while back saying it was going to take me like to an episode 100 to finish up all the contracts we had. Now, mind you, I suppose if I went back and did some of these other ones that I haven't done yet, maybe... I don't think so, though. I mean, these are all, again, kind of under my threshold of $10,000. So, again, if it's under 10, I've kind of just been, like, ignoring it. That's just not a contract, not worth our time and money, right? Almost to where we started at here. Made it all the way around the field. Had to unload once. Gives you an idea of, the yield difference there between soybeans and corn. Corn there, but oh my goodness. I hate to think how often that combine on the corn harvest is filling up. That's probably every 2 minutes. Speaking of which, how are we looking over there? We still rolling? Yep, combine is still rolling. And looks like we got both trucks on the field. I think both trucks are on the field, if I'm not mistaken. Just need to, kind of keep an eye on them every so often. But, at some point, use your auto drive or course play. One of them gets in each other's way and gums up the entire works. Kind of tends to happen, right? Anyway, let's head over to the comments. I want to see what you folks had to say. Collie was saying you should do the Upper Mississippi River Valley or run a dairy farm on Genesee, New York. Still debating on that one, because this would be a good map maybe to continue playing on. I don't know if I want to play on it a second time right now. We'll see what's up. We'll see. Still debating, because, yeah, we could, go buy and run our own farm. There's quite the extensive dairy operation over here. But I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind playing on a new map, too. It's kind of usually always my, my rule. Just a normal guy was saying, helped me so much. Thank you. Why, thank you very much for that comment. I'm just going to say Ham. Got more to his name than that, but I'm just going to say Ham because I don't know if I can pronounce the rest of it. So Ham was saying, Oklahoma map, please. I don't think there is an Oklahoma map for 22 that I know of. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but... He also saying I want this map to be bigger, to be a 16x map. Yeah, I don't know. I think 4x maps are big enough, if you ask me. And mind you, I've not played on a 16x map here in Farming Simulator 22 here yet, but I know back in previous versions of it, let's face reality, 16x maps were kind of sort of too big, if you ask me. The game just could not handle them. Now, maybe in 22, maybe it can. I don't know. Maybe Farming Simulator 22 Giants has done enough optimizations. Maybe it can handle it. But at least back in previous versions, everyone, 16x maps. Yeah, you could start out playing on them. Usually they were playable. You don't have to have 120 frames to play this game. But with that being said, at least being over 60 is good. Or over 30, I'm sorry. Being over 30 is good. 60 is optimal, that's for sure. Or, in this case, I guess, wow, we're only running 42. Wow. Wonder why. Don't know. Seems a little low. Whatever. But yeah, again, even with this map, we're looking at a 4x map here. You start getting so much equipment, at some point the game would just bog down. And like I said, maybe it won't happen so much in 22. I don't know. I can't say so much because I haven't really played on a 16x map. And the thing is, too, if you're playing on a 16x map, you're probably going to want to be playing multiplayer because playing on a 16x map by yourself, I don't know. Map's just too big at that point, if you ask me. Zach was saying, love the video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Oh, we're at 50%. I know. I don't know about you folks. I keep looking at the sunflower section. I'm like, ugh. Oh, well. Should have checked that before I moved fields, Evan. The problem, everyone, is we were delivering for the fields, but it wasn't delivering for the exact field I was working on because we had like half a dozen different sunflower contracts. And again, I don't know how the game quite determines what contract to actually deliver for, but it definitely wasn't delivering for that one. So, it's like, oh, okay, we're at like 90%. Okay, well, apparently we got some delivered and it's harvested and move on to the next field. Wasn't until we were all finished with the sunflowers I realized that, oh, that field is not done yet because it's not completely harvested yet. Begs the question in my mind, at what point would it have been finished if we had the other contracts that fully harvested the field? Maybe we would have had it done sooner. I don't know. Don't know, one. Lennon was saying, you're a lifesaver. My PC turned itself off, and when I got it back on again, my save game was gone. I was about to uninstall the game. Yes, again, and I know I keep bringing this up every so often, but it's one of those features here. Don't ask me why you think Giants would advertise this, but Farming Simulator does have an automated save game backup solution. Again, why Giants doesn't advertise this, I don't know. It is a little bit manual, I guess, in the sense that you need to go move the backup files to the save game location, but it's not particularly hard if you ask me. So get this little piece we left right here. Yeah, apparently a lot of pieces left there. Wow, what do I put the head up a little too soon? Apparently. Okay, there we go. Lock on that GPS. Oh, probably should get the pipe out, shouldn't we? We are 80% full. Yes. Truck's right there. Hopefully it won't take long to get an unload. Unless the other truck decides it wants to unload this time. Nope, that truck is going. Okay, cool. And again, just a little pro tip here, by the way, if you're harvesting with an auto drive of one. Having the pipe out is what seems to call auto drive. So the pipe is what controls it. You could be, I guess once you're 100% full, I guess it'll come maybe unload you too. But once you put the pipe out on, that's when auto drive will come unload. And that's also another good tip there too, is once you're done unloading, make sure you put the pipe away. Otherwise, auto drive is going to get confused and try to unload you again. Seems like it should be more percentage based. That might help a little bit. I don't know why the mod author set it up that way, but I guess it works, right? As long as you realize that's what it's doing. Yes, he wants to unload, but like I said, I don't know. Usually auto drive does not unload on the go in my experience. I have seen it a couple of times, but very, very rarely. Probably should make sure we're still unloading in the same sell point here. Usually they are. GSI silo sell point, GSI silo sell point, and the GSI silo sell point. Yep, okay. Almost all the crop harvest is going to the GSI silo sell point. If I can say that a few times fast, right? Come on, truck. Oh, what the world? That truck gave up. Now this one, what? Okay. I mean, whatever, I guess. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but let's see how this truck does it lining up then. Oh, that's, oh, okay. I thought he was going to go driving across the crop there. Yeah, I don't think you're going to make that turn, are you? Well, that'd be pretty impressive if he does. Maybe you will. Wow. Okay, if you would have stopped, everyone would have been able to unload, but... Oh, I thought we had an adjustable spout on this one. Doesn't seem to want to adjust, does it? Oh, well. No idea. And you know what? I'm just going to throw a hard worker on this here a minute. Let's go check and see how things are going over on the cornfield here. Make sure we're still rolling. Looks like we are. Yeah, we're getting close, Evan. Like I said, I don't think we're going to quite finish this field here this episode. Hopefully in between episodes we will, though. And then I'll probably go get the sunflower field next. Loud truck. Yeah, that's a loud truck. Oh, crap. Thought I left a hired worker on this one, Evan. Apparently not. Nope. So as soon as you get out of the combine, Evan, then auto drive stops its unloading procedure. So you either need to be in the combine, need to have a hired worker, and or course play in the combine for auto drive to come unload you, in addition to having the pipe out. Worth mentioning that there as well. There you go, bud. And yeah, I was just going to say, stop. Perfect. Oh, it's almost unloaded. There we go. Back in business. Well, on that note, I think with that, we're going to wrap this episode up here. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.